with Dylan.
And he's at his pit box. No, you haven't seen a replay yet, but what did you feel like happened down there in turn 1?
And I'm not really sure at the moment. I'll have to really look into it to really know, but it just felt like Renus put us 3 wide into there, and I was just stuck out into the marbles from the start of the turn, and then I just went wide off into the wall. The car just didn't turn from my point of view. Is what it is. It's super unfortunate the way it turned out because I thought we were having a pretty good race compared to yesterday. But at least we were making improvements that entire race. We were getting better and better, making passes happen, and that was just an unfortunate situation for myself. It almost felt like something just let go, and then I just went straight off into the wall because you see people spin or do weird things, but it's usually on exit. Here on entry, I just turned, and then there was just nothing there. So I'll be scratching my head because we damaged that side of the car, but yeah, just unfortunate.
Thanks, Kyle.
Winner Joseph Newgarden.
And Hinchy walked from the infield care center under his own power. You okay? It was a big hit.
Yeah, it definitely was a bit of a shot, but just, man, I want to cry. So sad for my team. I don't know what happened. I just, you know, it was a good run. I mean, it's just one race, but I feel terrible for us. You know, Team Chevy and Hitachi guys did a great job. Just, I don't know, something went wrong there.
You reported early in the race a vibration. You didn't know what it was. Team told you everything was okay. Do you think that had anything to do with it?
I'm not sure. You know, everything felt fine to me up to that point. I did have a vibration on the start of the stint, which is not abnormal. You know, tire balances always are shifting. So it's very possible that we just had a mismatched set or something, and it wasn't diabolical whatsoever. Actually, everything felt just fine. So, yeah, totally unexpected when it happened. And it caught me by surprise. I didn't know what the heck happened until I was in the wall.
You and I talked about up and down weeks. You spoke of the need for consistency. You see it there again. The booth thinks after looking at it real close that something definitely broke.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is racing. Look, this Team Penske's the best. You know, I never have this stuff. So maybe we were due. You know, we can't afford it for this year, but, you know, we'll fight back. We got a great team here.
Off to the Indy road course, what do you tell your team after today?
Oh, we pick right back up. You know what? We don't stop fighting. We'll have this just fine.
My lot. I indeed have, Kevin. So 11th today, 12th yesterday. Pretty good debut for the first time on a short oval in IndyCar.
Yeah, very solid. No, I'm pretty proud of myself for the weekend. We improved the whole weekend, and the team did a great job. I mean, we found the pace in the car for that final race, and I think got up to 8th at one point on pure pace from P22. So really happy with that, and big thanks to the guys.
And you seem to just keep improving, Callum, even though you have no oval experience before this year. I was just asking David Malukas if he feels like he's turning heads. Do you feel like the job you're putting on out there, not only turning heads with the fans, but also with people here in the paddock?
Yeah, I think so.
Does that bode well for the future?
Possibly, we'll see.
All right, that's the thoughts of Cal on my lap.
Also, David was just talking about how much he enjoyed racing with you. What about your take in racing your younger teammate? He's fast.
It was good. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, we had a pretty good stint on the last one. So, yeah, it's a good respect side by side. And then, yeah, it was a really great day.
We talked in race about the wing change you guys made in race yesterday and how that affected your car. How much better was it today for you?
It was much better at the start of. You could say I was holding the basically race leaders in P4 for a long time, and we knew the undercut is definitely gained some positions, but then having had 300 laps with under the green race, you will sacrifice for the last stint. So basically we had to stick the plan, and then even the middle stint that we basically read the race, which means we were the last person to dive into the pit. So if the last yellow, which unfortunately for the Newgarden didn't happen, then I think we are the only one to made it. But anyway, it's a tough to say after that. So, but doing that, we lost a bunch of the track position because I was fuel saving. So in the end, on the last sprint, I had to make some position that back and then use them a tire at the early part of the race, and that's why it's a little pity that the finishing P10 after starting P4.
How tough would that have been on that last stint to save the fuel you needed, but also have any tire left at the end as hard as they were falling off early in the run?
The initial part was pretty good. I think Harton and I was working together to hit the number basically for the fuel number, where other people basically sprinting and then they're gone, which is fine. But then that part was really good. But then once the yellow came, that was game over for us.
All right, good day for Dale Coyne Racing. Takuma Sato finishes 10th.
And while 7th yesterday and 9th today may not be where you want to be in the final standings for Romain Grosjean, who has never been here before in races, are you pleased with that?
Yeah, I'm very proud of the whole weekend. From my mechanics at the pit stop, my engineer Olivier at the setup, and the guys behind it, and my driving. Honestly, it's my first time in Iowa. I finished best of the team on both races and best of my Shank as well. So, with Elio and Simon Pagenaud and Rossi and Herta, they've got so much experience on ovals that just being able to represent the best color myself, I'm really happy with that. Obviously, now we need to find a bit more performance on the car. Yesterday, I think we had a really good one without a couple of pit stops that weren't perfect. It would have been better. Today, we struggled a bit more with the car, but still we hang in there, and I made a good job to finish 7th and 9th. So for the first time in Iowa, only second time on short oval, I'm pretty happy.
How challenging is it when your car is working well and you come up on one of those drivers with hundreds of more laps here than you? How challenging is that?
I mean, sometimes it's good not to know what you're going to get into, just because you've got no expectation. But yeah, it's a challenging racetrack. I'm glad we came testing it. Just only the pit exit is so bumpy and so slippery. You don't want to make a mistake and spin and go from the apron to the racetrack. So there was a lot of that. Honestly, we ran a really good race. My spotter was really good at it. I finally understood after following yesterday Dixon that you have to cut the line from the other guy, even if it's not a preferred line. You have to, if you use the low line, you go down the low line, and then the opposite. So that's something new I learned. I had no idea about taking the win from the other guy, but now I know how to do it. So that's pretty cool.
Next week we go back to something you're more familiar with, Indianapolis, but on the road course. How excited are you for that?
Yeah, I think we're going to make some changes on the car. The last few road courses haven't been really good to us, but we find a few bits and pieces that weren't quite what we wanted on the car. So hopefully we go there. I'm glad to turn right on the brake a little bit, but definitely I'm getting more and more acquainted with oval, and I like it.
Sure showed what he could do this weekend in Iowa. Romain Grosjean.
Today finishing 8th, better than 14th yesterday, and a little less drama, but I understand it was still a very chaotic race for you out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's less drama with, my air pipe and water, and, I'm not choking this time. I learned my lesson. But no, it was a lot more chaotic on the track. Today was 300 laps, yesterday was 250, but today felt a lot shorter for me because every lap was either I'm making a move or setting up for a move. It was a chaotic race, an amazing joy. I was going to say before today, I was like, I don't know if I'm a big fan of Iowa, but after today, that was my favorite race by far this season. I love Iowa after today.
And you had some moments with your teammate, Takuma Sato. What's it like, I guess, when you're racing that tight around a teammate like that?
Yeah, you want to race hard at the end. It's for a position, but at the same time, it is your teammate. So we had a lot of close calls, though. I think we were pushing it both together. We both were making big lunges, but thankfully our spotters, I'm pretty sure, working together. Pancho would tell me, he's going in deep. He's washing high. Give him room, just so we don't tap and have an accident or anything like that. But all in all, it was a very good battle between me and Takuma, and he pushed me all the way till the end.
And as I mentioned, top finishing rookie, 8th place today. Do you feel like you're turning some heads here in the IndyCar series?
Yeah, I mean, ever since month of May, the team's kind of flipped a switch, and we've kind of getting our chemistry together. I know what I want from the car, the team knows what I want, and it's all just really coming together. Everybody's just getting such a good relationship, from the mechanics to the engineers. It's just all around, all smiles, and another great result for the team.
Another great result here for David Malukas.
In here, another Swede, as Marcus finishes 6th and Felix finishes 7th. So nice recovery for you guys after a tough day yesterday. How did you feel about your run this afternoon?
Yeah, it was a good day for the team. Thanks for Team Chevy, Arrow, Velo, Mission. I think we, Pato is up there in victory circle. Good to see. I had a really good car today as well. I think I was aiming for a top 3 today. We had a brake issue going on, so I really had issues stopping in my pit box, both the last 2 stops, so we pretty much lost a lap due to that. But the car was incredible. We managed to recover really well with the issue we had, and I think that's kind of what we had in it today with that. So big thanks to the team. Congratulations. I'll see if I can go celebrate with my brother.
And one more before you go on that brake issue. What can you do? We saw a couple of cars have brake issues today, but what can you do when you're coming into the box just to try to make sure it gets stopped?
Man, you just have to brake very early. I mean, I braked probably like...
By the way, don't get run over here. This truck's coming behind you.
I've raked probably 6 boxes before my one, and we had a clear in. Everyone, actually 27, made a really good job getting room for me to go straight in, but it wasn't enough. I still locked up and went like half a car far. So yeah, unfortunate, but I'm happy for the team, happy for a P7 with that issue. I think it was a good day.
All right, I understand there was a pre-race ritual that you and Pato partook in today. Is that right? Can you clue us in on that? I think we have it on video here. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, you know, it's
not much gets by us. You know that, right?
No, it's important to when you have a brother, you need to wrestle him down every now and then just to show who's boss.
That's right. Felix had a good day today, finishes 7th, and of course his team. And Marcus Ericsson is still leading the points, albeit by just 8 now after a doubleheader here at Iowa. So let's start with your day first. What did you think of your car at the end there and your battle with your teammate Johnson?
Yeah, I think we had a great day, you know, starting 15th and working our way up to, I think, 4th at one point. And then towards the end, we lost a bit the balance the last stint and a half. You know, the car went a bit oversteery. And I couldn't really keep up the pace the last stint and a half. And then I had a great battle with Jimmy. You know, he's, you know, you could tell his experience on the ovals. You know, he was doing a really good job at placing his car and placing it where I wasn't, you know, so you can tell he has all the experience, and I'm still learning on the ovals, you know, I'm still, especially on these short ovals, I still feel like I have some stuff to learn, but it was fun, it was really fun. I tried really hard to keep him behind, but he drove really well.
The points gap has tightened up, you're still on the right side of it, but is there anything that concerns you about the next couple weeks and that gap shrinking any further, or are you guys comfortable where you're at?
No, I'm very happy. You know, if you would have told me before the weekend that we would leave still in the lead, I think that would have taken that, because we knew this is our weakest track on the calendar and it's a double header. So we were pretty worried about it, even though we tried to put on the sort of stone face and saying we were all good. But we were pretty worried about this weekend. Obviously, coming in with a lead and leaving, okay, well, it's a bit closer, we were still ahead, so I'm really happy about that. Now we're going to tracks where we know we're strong, so I'm really excited for the rest of the year.
5th place in the IndyCar series for Jimmy Johnson at Iowa Speedway. One less spin than yesterday, but the same hard fighting with everybody out there. How did this feel? And I saw you get the hug from Scott Pruitt, fist bumping on your teammates. Where does this rank, Jimmy, in your storied career?
Yeah, this is a really special day for me, for everybody that's been on this journey with me in the IndyCar series. I'm so proud to have the American Legion on the car today in the race and get my career best finish with them. There Be The One campaign that's going on. But I really have to thank everybody at Carvana and taking the step with me. A couple of years ago when we had this idea, Ernie Garcia Jr. believed in this idea, and we knew that we could run well. It took me getting on the ovals to get my best finishes, and I'm so happy I was able to do it here today. But tons of great support from Chip Ganassi Racing, all the teammates that I have, and today was just a fun racy day out there.
You raced really hard with your teammate, Marcus Ericsson, who's also the points leader right now in IndyCar. Any nervousness about being so close, so tight with him on the track?
No, I mean, I race my teammates with the most respect I possibly can. Every race I've been in, I've just given way. And that was really kind of the first time that I fought for a position. And it's because I felt like I should have been up there passing the 9 car. I made a mistake and got up in the marbles. I really feel like a podium was within our reach. But today I had it in me. I raced everybody clean and hard, and just had an awesome day.
So we're not done at Iowa Speedway. Your buddy Blake Shelton is playing a concert right out here. Are you sticking around to see Blake?
If I stick around, I'm going to have to drink some beer. So we'll see how I feel after this, how dehydrated I am. I know he's going to have a big time, and a big thanks to Hyvee for putting on such a great event this weekend. To have the 4 big acts, all the car racing, it's been a really cool week.
Strategic was your day today to carve through the field?
It might have been more than that. I think we're back on the first start. So, it was a little frustrating on the restarts again, just so much bottoming. So it was hard to attack. Tried to attack on the last one and just couldn't pull it off. The top 3 there were very quick. I don't think we had the ultimate pace on the early laps, but the long run was really good for us, and I think that's what kind of gave it to us today. To pass all those cars. But a lot of racing there with fellow Kiwi, and congrats to him getting a podium. But yeah, points. Good points day for us. We're only 30-something back, which is great.
Yeah, 34 back and tied for 3rd right now. Good day for Scott Dixon and the 9 team, Dave.
Hey, you told me you had one yesterday and it got away. You had it today and you scored.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, gutted for Joseph, obviously leading, but that last restart, I really had to sort of just get it going and threw it around the outside of Dixon. Is pretty hard guy to throw around the outside of, and had a lot of fun and a lot of respect with him. So it was good times. Freight line Chevy was fast. It looked awesome all weekend, and yeah, really proud of the guys to bounce back. But yeah, I was bumping before the race. I'm a closet Gwen Stefani fan, so I was sort of just hanging out, listening to that, and got all pumped up for the race, and then yeah, just had to sort of settle myself down and managed to bring it home.
That high line, was that your comfort zone, or was that a little bit of a bold move for you to get around Dixon that way?
My car felt really good there all day. I really struggled to run the bottom. As soon as cars ran the bottom, I just went straight up high, and yeah, man, I just threw it in there and hope for the best, really, and yeah, come out the other side and we're right.
And I think next week might look a little good for you too, going to the Indy road course. What do you think?
Yeah, look, I'm excited. I messed up qualifying there when we were there. We had a really fast car, so I'm really excited to get back there. It's a Gallagher Grand Prix, and I'm going to be in the Gallagher Chevy, so it only seems right we get into victory lane or on the podium. It'd be fantastic.
And do we need to have a concert ahead of time to help you?
I would love that. I mean, I'll speak to the boss, but I'm going to bump on to Blake Sheldon now and have a beer and hang out and see what it's like.
Let's see what Blake and Gwen are up to next week. Maybe they can help this guy out to get the podium with you, which is great. But was it the same as yesterday? What were you lacking today?
Actually, today in the second to last stint, I backed, just sat there thinking to save my tyres, because the last stint I overdrove yesterday, but the track really came on. It's crazy how grippy and fast it was, but still a good day. I mean, you would love to get the win. Led some laps, and I think we were really fast. But yeah, it's really cool to get the Verizon Chevy on the podium again and close out the points lead. And got to get one of these wins here soon.
You can't be far off.
No, I mean we're there. We get qualifying sorted, but just enjoying it, loving it, loving the racing, love this track, and can't thank Hyvee enough for this event they put on. It's massive, sold out both days, and really well presented track and great racetrack. So those guys, everyone needs to thank them.
Joseph, again, had a good day until the problem with the car. When you see something like that and you're heard over the radio from your team, do you have concerns about your own race car?
No, I did not know that it was a suspension failure. So, yeah, if I heard that, you do start to get worried. But yeah, I just thought someone in my spotter said, oh, he made a mistake in traffic. But yeah, that's tough, man. Having that sort of thing, lead as many laps as he did, and then have something break. Yeah, I feel bad for him. Nothing worse than that, ending up in the wall because it's not your fault.
All right, we'll see you next week in Indy. Another strong run for Will. Don the #1 hat there, and let's talk about this victory today. I believe the pass for the win may have been done on pit road. Your whole crew, the team, did a great job today.
It was, man. I mean, the #5 Arrow McLaren SP guys in the pits were awesome. I think that's what gave us our win. Obviously, I did the job in the car to keep her safe and just to maintain there. I knew we had the pace, but it's just tough whenever you're going through the traffic. The guys in front of you have it in a different way than you do, so it's different every lap. So yeah, super stoked, super happy. We knew that we had a great car, so I think it was all about just capitalizing and being there when it counted. And yeah, the guys did a great job calling when we had to pit, and it was very, very enjoyable. I got to thank Team Chevy, Arrow McLaren SP, Arrow Electronics, Velo Mission. Yeah, it's been a great weekend.
How did you get through the traffic? Because we heard the planning, and then the planning kind of went out the window, and you got through the traffic anyway.
When
they were trying to tell you low or high?
Yeah, I knew no one was going to listen anyway, so I felt like it was a little too good to be. Oh, pick a lane. Other guys are going to. No, they don't care. So, yeah, I just think the best thing you can do in that scenario is just do your thing, and we got by them nice and smoothly.
5 more races. How many can you win? Can you take the championship?
I mean, hopefully we can win a couple more. That'd be fantastic. I think we've had a good year, but we've dumped two wins that in the past couple months. So it's definitely been a frustrating but yet rewarding few weeks. But yeah, this is the perfect momentum we need going into the month of September and August. And obviously close out the month of July in IMS Road Course next week.
All right, Padro Award to Victory Lane today. A second yesterday, and today one better, the right way to go.